Good morning, Chairman Plummer, Vice Chair Hillier, Ranking Member Mohammed, and members of the House Constitutional Resolutions Committee. My name is Anisa Liban, and I serve as the Government Affairs Director for CAIR-Ohio. CAIR is the Council on American Islamic Relations and is the largest civil rights organization for Muslims in this nation. Its Ohio chapter serves thousands of Ohioans across central Columbus, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. I'm here in strong opposition of Senate Joint Resolution 2 and to urge members of this committee to prioritize the people of Ohio who have vocalized their concerns with this unpopular and unnecessary proposal. Like many have shared, for over 111 years, Ohioans have resided in this great state, with the freedom to mobilize and petition for amendments to the Ohio Constitution. This proposal would not only overturn a century-old right, but would directly impact residents who work hard to engage and educate disenfranchised minority communities like mine on a wide range of topics, including redistricting reform. This impacts not only voting rights, but healthcare access, access to education, civil and economic justice, and much more, all of which are issues we combat regularly as an organization. Resolutions like this obstruct the voting rights of every Ohioan. S.J.R. 2 would also negate our continuous efforts as a Muslim organization to empower Muslims and underrepresented communities. This resolution is honestly terrifying as it negatively impacts Ohioans' access to direct democracy and dismisses the voices of countless residents whose votes will not only be considered as a result of this minority rule mindset. I believe requiring a 60% vote is simply unfair. Our democracy cannot be fully called one when the basic tenets and bedrock of democracy of allowing citizens to have a say in their government are made more difficult. S.J.R. 2 poses barriers for Ohioans to pass a citizen-led ballot initiative to amend the state constitution. As a democracy, I believe it is imperative to facilitate and provide access to the public to voice their concerns and lead ballot initiatives. If an amendment is going to apply to every Ohioan, we at CAIR believe then every community should have a say in putting that potential Constitution amendment on the ballot. Do the votes of Ohio's most marginalized communities not matter? What message are we sending to Ohioans who are eager to have their voices heard on important issues? What message are we sending to immigrants and refugees who left their homes in pursuit of a just democracy? What message are we sending to youth and minorities whose participation in the 2018 elections actually led to the highest midterm turnout in 4 decades, according to the 2020 U.S. Census Bureau? Finally, supporters of this resolution will tell you it prevents corruption from special interest groups and that citizen-led ballot measures are overused to push specific agendas. But rest assured, citizen-led ballot measures aren't overused. In fact, Ohio has not had a citizen-led ballot since 2018. With that, I strongly urge this committee to consider the negative impact of this legislation will not have not only on voters, but on all citizen-led efforts, and to vote no on S.J.R. 2. Thank you so much. At this time, I will happily take questions.
Thank you. Representative Gerald for a question.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Ms. Liban, for being here today. It used to be a time in America that the black folks who helped build this country were considered only 3/5 a person. It wasn't until 1870s and then 1965 when all black people were legally equal. But now this proposal, S.J.R. 2 and H.J.R. 1, would dilute the minority vote in value again by instituting minority rule. What does your organization say or think about diluting the vote, and as we move away from one person, one vote?
Absolutely. Well, first, our organization, it's a civil rights organization, and our Muslim community is so diverse. It is truly so diverse, both politically, religiously, ethnically. It's so diverse. We are not a monolith. And so it is so important for us that we're on the ground at all times, informing people about their rights and making sure that our most marginalized community members actually have a voice at the table. As a black woman, I really do believe that this is just another tactic in the voter suppression toolbox to really decrease and prevent Ohioans from having a voice at the table. And so I think that for us, if anything, this is really just motivating us and reminding us that we exist for a reason and that we need to be here really supporting our community members that aren't aware of hearings like this and resolutions like this that are being proposed.